You're black to play. It is undoubtedly that black is better. But such position you should be able to beat 20 in order to make norms. And that I want to become GM. So how will you become GM? If you are able to beat grandmasters or player like me from black side. Imagine I am white and you must be able to beat me when you are black. Because if I can defend such positions with you, because someday I will get worse position. It's not that every day, someday I will have bad day. If you are able to beat me in this kind of position, then you will have a chance to become GM. Or let's say not like me, or like 24-50 at least. So win. It is not about draw. Draw ho jata hai. You will make draw somehow. So it is important to win such positions. Rook a8 is the right move. So the bishop into b2 is a bad move. Maybe here computer will not say bishop into b2, but imagine if computer is saying bishop into b2, rook b1. Assume that computer is saying minus by plus, but it is not advisable to play such things. Why? Because when you are exploiting in small advantage position, it is important to restrict your opponent pieces. Let me repeat it again, restricting opponent pieces. This is a very important rule. So this rule, even though it is tactically justified, bishop b2, let's say, but it is not in this case, but it is advisable not to take such things. So black played rook a d8, c3. So here what will you play? Type. Some are saying that rook d7, rook f d8, doubling on the file. So here the objective is not to double on the d file. Sometimes you remember I said that some positions in Royal Lopez I told this d file is not important to control. Rook e8. If someone says here rook d3 move, it is very difficult to argue and say that this is a wrong move. But if you go by the statistic, let's say, and if you make moves like this all the time, you will have less chance to make mistake. This kind of move, 95% of the time it is 100% right, but this moves can be debatable. You get my point, everyone?
Yeah.
Yes. So this is working. To be honest, this is no reason.
Actually, what about e5, a4? I mean, we have a long diagonal, bishop g7 controlling that long diagonal.
It is interesting. But okay, wait. Who else said? Anshumanji, Arushi, they said rook d3. And I can't prove rook d3 is a bad move. It is 100% okay move. Even engine can say also good move. And this is like an illusion. When you see such kind of engine moves rook d3, it is very difficult to deny that, or you cannot even, if someone says that rook d3 is dubious, you will just think that this guy is a stupid guy. But if you have this kind of approach of making this kind of moves, one out of let's say 3 out of 10, this can be a mistake. 3 out of 10. But this move will be 10 out of 10, will be 100% right. When you have double bishop, you should try to gain space. Here actually, I will tell you, there was one game against Priyadarshan in, where was that? Asian, yes. Look at this game. I'm white, okay. So technical part. So here a4. Look at this move, a4. This is a very strong move. Oh, how to say this? So I will show you the game, then you will understand. See, fixing the pawns now will be in light square. Then this bishop will be. You see this game. I won very smoothly. Look at the game. This is a very good move, by the way. This is a good move. This is, I think, another good move. Bishop g2. This game is not there in Mega Database, so you will not find this anyway. It was in China, and I won the game, and he resigned. So when you have double bishop, is pushing a pawn is very good. It is a so here when you see this kind of a5 example, it is okay, not bad. But you know, as I said, 3 out of it can be wrong. So sometimes, you know, such moves are more advisable than this kind. Okay, you do a5 things, you play b6, a5, but this is advisable. But I can't prove that a5 is wrong. It is okay. Got it, Vasubiji?
Yeah, I understood.
Yeah. So this. So this game.
Totally,
everyone,
you will not allow such kind of. I asked the same type of question just 2 or 3 classes back. I think that was on H line, H4, H5. I pushed upon. You told while selecting the candidate moves, such momentum will reduce. You told, I think, just few class back.
Okay.
In the middle game, you told if we pushed upon, the momentum will get reduced.
Yeah, the momentum, but it is end game. This is nothing called momentum.
Yeah.
Here there is no momentum is there. Here
Yeah.
this is a principle. See, everyone take this game screenshot and study this game. It's a very good game related to technique. And this is, I think, some of very rare games I showed very good technique, and this is one of those technique. So pushing the a pawn is good. See, but Vasubiji, that day when I told you, it was from different topic.
Okay.
It was totally different topic. It was about attack and all these things. So
now,
here
this momentum will come in middle end game also, right? Because if you lose
when
the
there is
chance
initiative, it is not about end game or middle game. It is about initiative. If the position requires like attack is see, there are some type of advantage which is short term and some type of advantage which is long term. So when you have short term advantage, so that time, let's say opponent pieces are less developed, they're underdeveloped. That time momentum becomes very important part. You have to punish opponent very quickly.
Okay.
So then initiative comes to the front foot. Initiative comes. Okay. But now opponent pieces are perfectly developed. It is not about. This is all about. This is a totally different, totally different position, different approach you have to have. You can't have same mentality in both the position. Okay. Yeah. So this pushing the a pawn and gaining space is good. So let's go to this game b6. So the idea of b6 is to restrict opponent pieces, and let's say maybe later he can also go c5 in order to control this square. So h3. So what black will play? 1 minute time. Where you will put the bishop. So it's a simple move, bishop e6. And now, so here everyone says c5, yes. So that's a very easy move. It's a restricting move.
Probably white didn't play knight b4 because of bishop c4, rook moves and then c5. Knight b5 can also.
Yeah, but this is also, there is this thing. Oh, but we have this. Yes. But this, I think we have bishop g5. So what black will play? See, in technical position, it is important that as much you try to keep opponent's pieces passive. That is called good technique. So even in the very first beginning, this will make white pieces active. Even though, let's say, even if black is winning after bishop into b2, the right technique will be if you can keep your opponent piece as much as passive possible. So in the game, he played f6. Like everyone, they must have seen when they have double bishops, they brought back bishop to f7 and bishop f1. There are many games examples. Even the game which I showed just now with Priyadarshan. Look, there white can operate perfectly well from bishop on f2 itself. Bishop on f1 is very good, even in the in his own original square. So when you see in this game, maybe rook d5 is not that bad. Let me tell you, rook d5 is not that bad. So I'm just trying to give some justification to f6 move, that this bishop, because of c3 pawn, this bishop role is somewhat done in this diagonal. I'm just trying to give logic. So maybe this bishop will have some other role. That's why he considered f6 as a main move. This is another thing. And in endgame, king is the most important piece. So you should try to bring king to the center. So bishop f4. What will you play? See, my principle is, yes, right. So my principle is, everyone is getting it right. So my principle is, if you make all the logical moves like rook a d8, rook f e8, it is our job is to play overall the correct move. See, our job is to win a game and to play overall correct move, not just one correct move. And see, even if here you spend 20 minutes, some of 2-3 players said rook d3, you spend, because such moves you take some time generally. Let's say you prove rook d3 is right, but you spend a lot of time. But our job is to win the game. I mean, statistically overall, we have to play 80-90% of the time good chess rather than making one position all the accurate moves. Everyone trying to understand? Sherali, Saina, you got my point? Milan?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So our job is not to spend all the times and to find rook d3 as the correct move. Because after rook d3 also, we have to find the other moves also. It is not that after rook d3 will win the game. You have to still play 30 more moves after rook d3. So just to find here the perfect move, instead of spending here all the 10 minutes, you play simple moves, it will take you 1 minute time. This move will take you 1 minute time. But so here it is not advisable to spend all that. Let's say here you spend 10 minutes and then you have very few minutes left to finish the 40 move time control or something. King f7. Simple move. Maybe here someone can argue that this is the correct move. I cannot prove that person wrong. Maybe g5 is correct also. But if you take statistically, this move will be like 90%. This move will be correct. If you follow the principles, you'll be, most of the time you'll be successful in life. So f3. What is the move? g5. The idea of g5. So can anyone tell? Let's start with Harushi, your turn.
Yes, sir.
Tell.
Okay. I'm planning for G5, then H5, and maybe then G4.
Okay.
And even I can play H4 and then F5, G4. Maybe some plan.
And like all these moves you said, what is the main concept? What is the main concept? Like this move, we said this is to develop. Okay. This move is to restrict opponent pieces. Okay. And restrict opponent pieces, just now Saina said, gaining also space. Saina, you are right. So gaining space and restricting opponent pieces. So now this move also same, gaining space and restricting opponent pieces. This is the rule of bringing king to the center because it's endgame. So this move, he played take. When h5, g4, or like let's say f5 also. In which formula?
Space gaining and also making the opponent's king weak. The king side weak, damaging the king structure. Because we have a bishop pair, we can have a good attack. Maybe this.
I would say like gaining space and creating weaknesses.
You are very close. Be very precise with your words. You are very close. You are 90% close. Saying something. Say that again.
Yeah, I said the principle of two weaknesses and getting space. Like,
Yes, exactly. You said create weakness. The
creating
principle of
weakness.
two weakness. You didn't say that principle of. You said creating weakness.
Yeah.
So
I said-
here, you didn't say principle of two weakness.
I said principle of two. 1 second. Maybe I was mute then.
You probably told to yourself, but you didn't tell me.
Sorry. Yeah.
So here we are focusing on principle of two weakness. What is our first strength? Double bishop is our first strength. Double bishop is our first strength. Now we have to, with one advantage, let's say the double bishop, it is not enough sometime to win. So now it is focusing on creating second weakness. So this is the theme now. How to create second weakness. So he played h6, rook e1. Now, a 1 minute timer. It's an easy move, but I will still give you 1 minute, everyone. Like so, it is f5. So I will not tell the name. Someone says f5 or a5. Ye kaisa, I mean, what is this? Pick one move. Okay, so f5, f4. So here, the crucial moment actually, somewhat crucial moment. So I will give 1 minute time, 1 or 2 minutes time. You should keep the pawn as flexible as possible. See, Mithilesh said g4 move. It is difficult to say whether this is see, with bishop f6 you always have the option. Let's say if you bring the bishop to this diagonal, you can open this thing. Let's say h4 h5, and you can open this and you can put pressure on g2. You should, there is a say that threat is better than execution. So here you are actually not threatening anything, but you are keeping for yourself lot of option in future you can use. But once you fix this thing, now you are cutting out all those options. For this reason, maybe this is working, but sometimes I am a bit hesitant to play this kind of move. I mean, this, if you can close, maybe it is not working here, maybe it is winning for black, but it is advisable to keep all the options for you for future. So for that reason, black played this. Okay, and got this. So here, what black will play? A5. Yes. So right here. Now, yep. A4. A3. So imagine, look at this game and this game. Do you find it very similar to this game?
Yes.
So now I have a small question for everyone. Do you think I have seen this game before playing this game, 2011? Okay, so it's bishop c4. So Anvesh says that bishop e7, idea does this. the game, the plan which I did against Priyadarshan. Okay, interesting. Bishop e7. It is a possible way to convert this position. And I don't see any reason why it is bad, to be honest. But in the game, he played bishop c4. But I feel this is totally good. So let's see. And here Milland said rook d5. Idea is this, which I also like, but let me think for some time. Okay, so rook d5, b5, b4, I think is okay. It's good to go, but there is a better way actually. So probably for that reason he didn't play rook d5, b5, b4. So here black played gf4. This is very strange looking move, but it is like kind of forced move. So this is not possible. So this bishop g5, and suddenly this is gf4 is a very concrete move, and suddenly white is lost because rook d2 is unavoidable. So king e3 is lost. Try to find why. This position is forced winning. It is this move. As Saina was also very close to that. And here king g6. Simple.
92.
Now if you play 92, I think takes. No, 92 at least I have rook d3, rook h3, right? Or even rook d3, rook d3, rook d2 I have.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that should be.
Remember this principle that you cannot avoid calculation. If you avoid calculation, you are very close to like disaster.
Now you have to calculate everything when you got the winning
No,
variation,
see,
then
this
you
is
will play.
certain moves. This
Ah.
there is nothing calculation. This is development.
Now here it is okay. So suppose we got that position.
Wait,
and
let's go one by one. Is
Huh.
this calculation or simple principle?
Now that is simple. I mean,
What is this?
Yeah, that's also
Simple?
simple. Yeah,
Simple?
yeah,
Simple?
yeah.
Simple?
Fine, fine. Yeah.
Simple?
Principle
Principle of second weakness, you are following principles.
Yeah,
Principle.
yeah.
This is also principle.
Now-
keeping
now-
all these things.
Yeah,
Keeping all
so
the
the black
options.
side got small advantage, but don't know how to win this position. You have to get the winning position, then only you will play.
No. As long as you can improve your position, keep improving.
Okay.
As long as you can improve your position, keep improving. Okay. There is a good chance that opponent might crack and can make mistake.
Okay.
Under pressure. This word, please remember, under pressure word. Because you are not playing against a computer. Computer can defend this position also against Carlsen also. There is a very good chance that Carlsen cannot even beat Engine in this position. Something it will do and defend this position. Even this position I'm saying. It looks like black is winning, right? But computer can defend.
I mean, Stockfish is not needed to defend this. Even small engines can defend against Carlsen.
Yes, but let's not underestimate Carlsen. So
Yeah.
let's give him the respect he deserves.
Yeah. My question was, when do you actually play?
Calculate. Yes. So now this is the time to calculate. So you improved all your pieces to maximum potential there. From move number that position to this position, you didn't use calculation. So do you want to be considered yourself as a lazy guy who doesn't like to calculate at all? Who wants to play move on based on only a principle based on chess? You want to play?
No, actually, the problem was, I mean, after spending some time also, I didn't got the, winning variation. I didn't got the winning variation. So in the tournaments, I have to play something. So I will do something. Let's see how the match unfolds, and later, is this the way you play, or like you find the winning position and then only you play the move.
See, you have to have the feelings. The feelings develop with experience. When to calculate. When to calculate, that feelings will only develop with experience. When you study a lot of games, that feelings will develop when to calculate and when not to calculate. That you cannot say that I just don't understand it. It's simply that you just have less experience. That shows.
Okay.
So those who are experienced player, when the right time comes, they will pause and they will sense the critical moment and they will start to think only when it is required to think. Not in every position, you don't have to see everything till end. But there are certain moments. See here, when you play this move, you're required to see everything till end with such move. But with this, if you have, you can think less time and play. But for GF4, you need to spend a lot of time.
Yeah.
But for this, you can think like 2 to 3 minutes. You just check whether this is winning. Okay, just play it. Okay. So that's it. And now you must also see this thing, whether this position is winning or not, because you played that in the game. White. 6 looks very logical. So do not hurry. This move comes under do not hurry principle. Just improve your king position. And look at this knight. So H4. So this is the very final stage of the game. This is the very final stage of the game. And here you must give all your energy to here. If you make one mistake, all the effort is waste. All the hard work effort is gone. So when you have advantage, or let's say it's a like very big advantage, pick a variation where you have very less chance to make mistake. Like even complicated position, you can win also, because you know that you have very good calculating abilities, you are good at calculation, but try to find a variation where you will have least chance of making mistake. Let me repeat again, where you have least chance of making mistake, play those kind of variation. Here this is winning. So in this line, look, the point which I said, that here you have least chance of making mistake. With rooks, you never know, somewhere you will make some calculation mistakes, and like there are many theoretical rook drawn in games. So this is very clean. So king pawn in game, you have to be very precise, and black is winning.